You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
Obviously, I'm relieved that the vote went through.
Urbana City Council voted to allow a special use permit to expand the Champaign County Satellite Jail. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm McLeod Hageman.
And I'm Jessica Coons. This decision has been 15 years in the making, and now it's moving forward. We told you last week the downtown jail in Urbana officially closed. The sheriff says renovations and an expansion at the satellite jail will provide more living space for inmates and a safer environment for them and staff. WCIA 3's Marley Capper was at tonight's meeting and is live in the newsroom. Marley, even though this passed with the majority of vote, a few council members still opposed it.
That's right. The proposal passed 4-3, but several council members voiced strong opinions, saying there was not enough information provided, despite several presentations over the past few meetings. Sheriff Dustin Harmon says tonight's meeting as another presentation on the pushback he's received on the jail and all the hopes he has gone through to get this point. Despite the challenge, he is grateful for all the feedback he has gotten from the county and relieved they can move on to the next phase of the project.
It's a little bit difficult to listen to comments that we haven't had enough public comment and we haven't, really advertised different things and stuff whenever, quite honestly, we have.
The majority of the council did approve the measure, and he says it's their duty to support the county's endeavors, especially for creating a safer space for inmates. The next steps are getting bid proposals for the construction, and the goal is to have the jail done by 2024. Reporting live in the newsroom, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Marley, thank you.
It is extremely infectious. We're talking about possibly more infectious than measles. So that is almost unheard of.
She's talking about a COVID subvariant. BA.5 is spreading throughout Champaign County. Public health officials have the same message as with other variants. Get vaccinated if you haven't, and get your booster shots. Julie Pride with the Champaign-Urbana Public Health District says people need to understand COVID is still spreading, and she says those who are vaxxed and boosted should be safe from serious cases. She says those who are not yet, it's just a matter of time until you're infected.
It is very important to, if you're out in public, keep your masks on if you're indoors, and to make sure that you are vaccinated and boosted. Booster shots and vaccinations are available at public health. They're available at the pharmacies. They're available at healthcare providers. So there's still plenty of vaccine, plenty of opportunity.
Last week, we reported a COVID outbreak at a senior living center, so she says it's still impacting those vulnerable populations. The FDA has asked manufacturers to design a booster for the fall that targets the newest Omicron variants. Champaign County is still at a high risk level of COVID. Pride told us this afternoon there were 46 COVID patients at Carl, 4 in the ICU. For more information, you can head to our website, WCIA.com.
Wcia County investigators are working to learn what caused a barn to catch fire overnight. That happened on DeLynn Monticello Road. Crews from 8 different departments responded. It took them nearly 7 hours to control the flames. Fortunately, no animals or people were hurt. The president of the Unity School Board in Tolono has resigned. Frederick Koss of Pasodum announced his resignation today. The 70-year-old is charged with public indecency after he was arrested. The Champaign County State's attorney says he was in his car at Hessel Park when a trained sexual assault nurse saw him touching himself while he was looking at the splash pad. Koss admitted to the touching, but said he was watching a video on his phone, not looking at children. Champaign County Crime Stoppers need help finding a person who had a gun. That person was last spotted running from authorities near Springfield Avenue and Kenwood Road. That was July 5th. Officials say they saw him with a firearm, and they tried talking to him. That's when he took off running and then tossed the gun. Authorities believe he's in his 20s, about 6 feet tall, weighing at least 160 pounds. If you have any information, you can report that anonymously. You can point your cell phone's camera at this flow code, and that should take you to the Crime Stoppers website. If you have any concerns about the Champaign Police Department, you are invited to talk with a cop. The department is holding another Coffee with a Cop event tomorrow morning. That's from 8 to 10 at Harvest Markets on South Neal. Police say it's a chance to chat with your police department and get to know the officers.
Governor Pritzker traveled to Washington, D.C. today to celebrate the signing of the Safer Communities Act, but he's also calling on the president to go even further. The Safer Communities Act passed in the wake of the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas. It's the first piece of bipartisan gun reform to come from Congress in years. But the governor and the other guests from Illinois made it clear they want more. It's been exactly 1 week since the shooting in Highland Park. Governor Pritzker spoke with the president in the Oval Office.
Well, we expressed to the president our desire to see more done at the federal level, particularly a ban on assault weapons, a ban on high-capacity magazines. He agrees that more needs to be done, and he is passionate about this.
The Safer Communities Act invests money in mental health resources, school security, and crisis intervention programs. It also increases federal background check requirements for people under 21 who are trying to buy a gun. And as you heard, Governor Pritzker and the president called for a ban on assault rifles at the federal level. That idea is also getting some attention from state lawmakers. 49 House Democrats signed as co-sponsors to a bill from earlier this year that would ban the weapons in Illinois. It never got any traction during session, but after the shooting in Highland Park, more lawmakers are getting on board.
It's symbolic to a certain degree because we're sending a strong message with that many co-sponsors that we stand unified, that we don't support weapons of mass destruction in the hands of people that are not in the armed services to fight the enemy. That's symbolic of that. But the work continues as we negotiate a final bill.
This isn't the first time there's been a push for a ban on assault rifles. There have been many failed attempts over the last decade.
Well, let's talk some trash. Some people in central Illinois haven't had their garbage picked up in days. We talked to a waste management expert who says there are several reasons pickup service has been delayed. Cindy Long with Illini Recycling says the hiring pool for qualified drivers is slim, and there have been issues with the trucks. Many companies are waiting to get parts. That means there are fewer trash collectors on the road.
Shortage of, qualified drivers, then it does become a real problem to be able to get, X amount done in a day's time, because you only have so many hours that you're working with between, what time the landfill closes and the number of hours that people are willing to work.
And to be clear, Illini Recycling is not having those issues, but many people have switched to the company because of this problem. We've reached out to other companies, and we are still waiting to hear back. Governor Pritzker recently awarded grants to 87 park projects throughout the state, including a unique stargazing spot in Champaign County. Middle Fork River Forest Preserve is home to the state's first dark sky park. It's a place for people to enjoy the stars without light pollution. They recently received a nearly $300,000 grant to improve their dark sky features. The Champaign County Forest Preserve District's executive director says it's going to help attract tourists.
It might amaze you how excited people are for this type of a project. So I get an email or a call probably at least once a month from just a person that's traveling to the area for this park, for these dark sky amenities.
She says they'll be adding a walkway and a building to protect stargazers from the elements. Plus, they'll expand the campground and add a parking area. They hope to get started sometime next year.
A U of I alum has been awarded the Medal of Freedom. Brigadier General Wilma Vaught was one of 17 people honored last week. The 92-year-old is an Air Force veteran. She joined in 1957 and was one of the most decorated women in U.S. military history when she retired in 1985.
Illini Nation showed up and showed out for one fundraiser, which former Illini standout helped put it all together.
Plus, one mother grieving the loss of her daughter while raising awareness and sending a warning to other parents.
All right, Kevin, how is our forecast looking?
Well, so far we haven't had any storms develop yet, and this is kind of one of those things that sometimes will happen where we think maybe there could be some thunderstorms, and sometimes they just don't form, and that may be the case tonight. There is an area that there's still a possibility of a strong storm. We'll show you that when we come back.